Welcome all as we congregate to the greatest toy line in community, ever growing, ever changing. As we collect and adapt these figures to our own imaginations and embrace the fun, there's much to learn, especially if you're new to Mythics. Welcome, friends, to another episode of New to Mythics. Episode 4 is with my friend Brendan Higgins. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. This show is basically for people who've never watched it. It is a welcoming hug to Mythics. It is a informational and educational program. That I like to hear people's testimonies about how they got started on Mythics, the greatest toy line ever. And also I like to have some information for people that are new. And so this episode, besides highlighting the greatness of my friend Brendan, we'll also are going to be talking about a little bit about painting and customizing and this amazing creation that I think is from Curtis. This is a virtual studio. Was he the one that created that?
Yes, with Will.
Yeah.
He runs it with Wolf King Customs.
Genius. Both guys, genius. Anyway, so we're going to get to that. But first off, I want to introduce my friend Brendan. Brendan, I think we met. Did we meet in the virtual studio first? Where did we meet first? I thought it was virtual studio one day.
It was virtual studio. Yes, it would have been virtual studio.
You were doing like a diorama or something in your garage or studio or something.
Yeah, still not finished on that
one. That's all right. That's being an artist, you know. It's like there is no beginning and no ending. It's always a work in progress. But anyway, so I was happy to meet you there, and then we met at is it ToyCon or was it ZoloCon? I thought we met at one of those. You came out to.
It was ToyCon.
ToyCon.
I did not. Yes, I didn't. No, I did not run into you at Zolo.
Okay. So tell us about yourself and a little bit, and then let's hear how you were introduced into the Mythic toy line. Start from the beginning.
Like to Mythics, that's a short one. I've only.
So what did you collect like as a kid? What was some of your favorite toys as a kid?
Well, I was G.I. Joe, Transformer, and Motu collector mostly.
Yeah,
I liked my
the 80s.
Oh yeah, Saturday morning cartoons. I watched Silverhawks, Bionic 6. Those are
so good.
The kind of shows I watched.
Yeah.
And I said for a while I wasn't a collector for a long time, but I always collected Legos. Mm-hmm. So
big Lego guy.
Yeah. I had a nice collection of toys when I was younger, but my mom didn't throw them away. She gave them to the orphanage in town.
Oh, that's a good mom.
Yes. Well,
but were you done playing with them though? That's the question.
Yes.
It's like, Mom, where's my snake guy at? She's like, he's down the street.
I had found girls at that point.
Yeah. Okay. So you moved on.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good though. That it's better for them to be played with than to be sitting in a basement or an attic somewhere. So that's good that your mom did that.
Yeah, I have no regrets about it. One of my friends I still talk to him lived in that orphanage from very young. So it went to a good place.
Legos are so fun because, especially when we were kids, like when I was young, Legos, it was just like a flat box filled with like hundreds of bricks and wheels and windows and doors, and it's like, it wasn't like themed to like, this is Boba Fett's starship. It was like, build a house. Here's a green flat yard, and you can build, a building, or you can build, so like it was kind of your imagination. It wasn't handed to you. It was like, use your imagination to build something.
Exactly. And it led me to my profession I'm in today. So
which is
I'm an architect.
nice.
So
very
I've
cool.
been playing with Legos all my life.
Yeah.
But now is more the models. I've been creating my own Lego village gradually, but I'm mostly stuck to the architecture I have over my shoulder here, and some of that stuff. The things are getting too big and too expensive. Legos really outprice themselves.
They are very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah. I guess modern day toy collecting, I got into all the 6-inch lines of everything that was. War for Cybertron got me on a kick to start collecting the G1 all over again. And that didn't last long until I found Masterpiece.
Masterpiece is that like the Origins line, or is it like where they redid the?
So Masterpiece is a larger scale. They usually run about 8-9 inches in height on average, and they're highly articulated. They're not put out. They started the Masterpiece line, which is put out by Takara Tomy. But if you're not part of that world, I wouldn't say endorse, but there are multiple third parties that create the same G1 Transformers that don't get taken down. So they let them side. There's a weird thing where they let third parties side. Like I have half Takara Tomy and the other half of the companies like Fan Toys, X Transbots. The companies have been around since 2008, but they're third party. Then in any other line, they'd be considered illegal, or people would go after them.
So, like with Transformers, they're kind of engineered, which I always thought was interesting. It's like, do they build the car first and then the robot, or do they build the robot and then kind of figure out how it can turn into a car? Like that kind of engineering, I thought was really interesting. Was that something that kind of piqued your interest, like that whole architecturally, like the engineering of building something? Or
I like fiddling with things, playing with things. Yes, absolutely. Seeing how things work.
Yeah.
Taking them apart. That's why Mythics is perfect.
Yes. Yeah. And that's something that, like, I didn't know that there was like a popping and swapping thing. Like, I didn't understand what that meant. Like, I didn't know, because I guess, do they call it modular? Like the figures, like, I don't know how they term it, but it's like, you can take off the hands, the legs, the feet, the head, and switch it to make whatever creation you want, which kind of feeds the imagination.
Yeah, it really does. The popping and swapping is fun. Like I end up doing it more and more. Like some pictures I've taken.
Yeah,
I've already taken that guy apart and made something else.
Well, let's show a picture of what you have a tribute here. Let's see. I lost it. Give me a second. I got it here somewhere. I'm not prepared. Okay, here we go. So this is a tribute right here.
That is
you showed me the other day, which I think is super dang cool. Sorry, I'm messing with the layout here. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. It's been a work in progress. I've been taking my time with it. I still don't like the arms, but I'm going to go with it for right now. I want to get it completed.
And what is this a tribute to?
It's going to be a tribute to Grimlock.
Okay.
From Transformers.
Yeah, I could tell right away because the yellow chest. Like I'm like, oh yeah, that's obvious to me, but maybe someone that's not as versed or something. But I
Uh,
think it's off to an awesome start. I think it's super
the,
cool.
yeah, I have to drill for the pauldrons. Those are Charbot arms in the back I got from Brian.
Oh,
I
from
bought
Carver
an extra
Customs,
set.
Brian.
Yes,
Yeah,
great guy.
yeah, super nice guy.
Makes some great pieces, great dioramas. Just
Yes, he's got this diorama that I drool over it. It's like a field. It's like a stone field. I'm not describing it right, but there's like a head of a statue that's kind of like crumbled to the
I think
side,
it's
and there's like moss. Have you
yes,
seen that? It's
yes, I have. It's a.
I'm like,
I think it's
dude,
a skull.
I want it so bad. It's it's amazing. But so how did you find Mythics? Like, did somebody introduce you to it? Was it like, how did you find it?
Watching a lot of toy shows.
Okay.
Even though I
Like
don't
on
collect
YouTube
my
or
yes, yeah, I would listen to guys like Mad Hatter and
I got some
different
ways. Yeah.
different. Yeah, he is so funny.
He's a character.
I'm surprised he's from California because he talks like a New Yorker.
Right? That's what I thought too. I'm like, this guy's a local? What the heck?
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
Cali
but he's
boy?
funny.
Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah,
So
so
you started watching because I think a lot of us like toy collectors, it's like we kind of immerse ourselves in the stuff that makes us happy. So like, figures and toys and stuff like that. So like we have a room, with our stuff that we love in it. Or, if we're busy, we'll watch, or if we have a minute, we'll watch a YouTube review, like my buddy Mark's got a review show, and I'll when I have free time, Saturday morning toy collector, I'm watching it to see, even if it's a figure that I'm not really interested in, it makes me happy to watch, you know, a show about toys,
yeah,
and so
no,
I'm the same way.
yeah, I find it consuming my life. I don't watch a lot of TV to begin with,
I don't either, but I do
but
watch
there's
those
so
YouTube channels.
and with Mythics now, there's multiple shows on every day. It seems
Yes,
like at this point,
there's some good
so
ones for sure.
you can
So
consume yourself.
you saw like a review maybe of Mythics,
Not
and you're
even a
like,
review. Like him, Robo, a couple other people would show them. Not a lot,
yeah,
but every once in a while.
yeah,
And then I saw, I'm bad with the name. Stratos is like everybody in my
CityCon,
kind of era.
CityCon, yeah,
The Mo 2 is what dragged
yeah.
me in.
Yeah, a lot of people that I've talked to have said that. They're like, it's the Motu. It's the Motu that's got us.
This
So
is
do you
like a
remember your
whole.
first
Oh yeah, that was that one.
Zenithon?
So
Yeah.
I went. No, I went to ToyCon last year, June of last year,
Hmm.
and um, I went there because I I heard on one of the YouTube channels, ToyCon New Jersey. It's in Parsippany. Never heard about it in my life.
You never
I
heard of
just
Persephone?
no. I live in Parsippany,
Oh, okay.
but I never heard about the ToyCon. I was never
Yeah.
in that kind of group before.
Uh-huh.
The whole toy collecting is less than 5 years, 6 years old for me.
Yeah.
But I when I dived in, I tell you, I jumped 2 feet
It's
in.
and it's I mean, it's very popular. Like I would say now is like it's reaching this, pinnacle of collecting. There's so many amazing things that are being, thrust at us, these amazing toys and new, waves of figures and all kinds of things. It's like, geez, I'm trying to guard my wallet because there's so many cool things to spend it on. So
Yeah, and the pre-orders are different. Everything's
yeah,
different. Like
Yeah.
the way you ordered Transformers, you know it was coming. It wasn't like the GI Joe line or anything. If you
Yeah.
got the third party, it would get there.
Yeah.
You never really
Yeah.
had to pay for 2 years down the road.
Every
Getting
company
used to
is
that.
different. Yeah, every company is different in how they approach that. But so you ordered a Mythic. Where'd you order it from? Like Big Bag Toy Store or?
No, I actually went to ToyCon
Oh,
and
okay, so you went and picked one up. You're like,
uh, one or multiple. So I go there. I just went to see them, and I heard they were straight in the back, so I went straight in the back, and there was really nobody at the table. It was later in the day, like probably about
was it
2 o'clock.
a Horseman show? Were they there or was it like
They were there. They're
street
at
team?
ToyCon. They had a table at ToyCon.
Okay,
That's where they started,
yeah,
actually. And there was not a lot of people there, so I started talking to this guy, and he knows a lot about the lore.
yeah,
And he's talking to me, telling me to join the cabal, do this, do that. So I did everything he said.
yeah,
It wasn't until I got back that I saw his face, and it was Jeremy who talked to me for 20
yeah,
minutes. Just
yeah,
straight off the bat, nothing. I
yeah,
just can't. We just talked, and then bought a couple figures. Went back, put in my car. I did like these other two over here. Dubon was on the table, and
oh, one of my favorites.
Aerother.
Yeah,
Aerother was $70 on the table a year ago, and Dubon, yeah. So I picked
yeah.
those two up.
So you dropped some figures off in your car and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back and get a couple
I
more.
went, and I went back a third time too.
I can see them being
This-
like, yes, yes, like the
oh
emperor, yes.
no,
To the
actually, they warned me. They're like, don't extend your wallet. They're very honest about it. Like a lot of
they're
people
good guys.
overextend their wallets.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
not buy more than you can afford
yeah,
because a lot of people do that.
yeah. It's true.
Unfortunately, I've been able to do that, but
So had you opened one up yet? Or like actually like checked out like its articulation or anything like that? Or you just like bought them without even like opening them and looking at them?
without opening and looking at it, I
Wow.
put that Stratus or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
the weight when he put
Yes.
it in my hand, the weight with the wings and everything in that package,
Yeah.
it was just. It's not
Let me
like
see if I have.
holding a Marvel Legend or a Motu.
Yeah, they're just
It
solid.
was
They're just
heavy,
solid. I'm
solid.
trying to see if I have him, but I don't see him.
I have all the tributes in the basement. Yeah.
Um, but that's awesome though that you went back a couple times and they're like, easy, big fella, easy.
Oh,
But
I wasn't going
that's
crazy.
genuine. That's 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 wholesome. You know what I mean? Like they're like,
Yeah.
don't overextend yourself. You know, don't spend car payment money. You know, this stuff will be here. But I think it is, and I feel like when you're a new to Mythic fan, like go to a show, go to a con. Like if the horsemen are there, if you have to drive a couple hours or if it's 30 minutes away, go to a con, you know, bump elbows with friends, you know, that you don't know, but you know, what do you got? What are you getting? What are you getting? You know what I mean? Talk to Jeremy, talk to Joe, talk to, you know, these guys are all super approachable, super nice, answer any questions. And it's like you get something out of it. It's not like you're going to, you know, the Hasbro store and they're, you know, ringing you up and like out. You know what I mean? It's like they're genuine because they see the enthusiasm of their fans and new fans. It's like, you know, they love to hear about, you know, oh, this is your first one. Oh, awesome, man. Enjoy, you know, have a good time and let us know what you think and check out the cabal. And, you know, it's like they want you to be part of that community because I think you really get more out of your toy, than just it being a toy. You get so much more. And I think we're all examples of that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I've bought a lot since, but that is not why. That is not the main reason why I'm here. It is absolutely the community.
So
I mean,
much.
I cannot tell you how much the customizer studio, Friday night chats, things like
Yeah.
that. These are these little interactions you have and places to
Yeah.
bounce ideas off of.
Yeah.
It's
So much
and
fun.
you see people. It's
Yeah.
that everybody just talks about that kind of depression, FOMO, all that
Yeah.
stuff after Legion's Con.
Yeah.
Really, you could um you could really do it. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I,
I get it though. It's like it's like the greatest family reunion like that you could hope for.
I,
It's like friends and community and friendship and something that everyone is interested in, and people come together. Like it's so, for me, like I was telling Cornboy, I go, this is such a weird thing. It's like it's not normal, like how close this toy community is and how many good people are in it. You know what I mean? And we've all become friends over figures. It's like that's to me, that's just so strange. But like I have so many good friends because of this toy line. That's
yeah,
how
and
we met.
yes, no, exactly. But it starts as toys and then it goes into personal life. It's
Yeah.
not. That's what I'm overwhelmed by the community. It's just
Yeah.
so many nice people. That's why I don't know what to say about it. It
Yeah.
came at such a time where
Yes.
I needed that more than anything.
I agree. I
And
agree.
I can tell you, I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
The
Just so much
people,
more. That's why I was saying, and
nobody's.
like, and I think Jeremy is like, check out the Cabal. You know what I mean? It's like they don't have personal stakes in the Cabal, but they're in it and they're part of it and they interact, you know, and it's like you get so much out of it by just participating, you know. That's just,
Yeah. How much? Yeah, that's perfect. How much you put into it is how much you get out of it.
yes, absolutely.
And I
So
do. Sorry.
did you paint stuff before? Were you into any kind of like customizing or painting any other toys besides or before you got into Mythics?
No, painting models.
Yeah, I did
That's
that
that's
too.
what I did
Yeah,
when I was in. Even up in college, I had to put out a few models every couple
yeah,
weeks. So that was where I learned the painting.
uh-huh,
Painting on this small of a scale, I've never painted before that.
yeah. So
But
how did you find out about, like, that these figures are often painted? Like, how did you find out about that?
watching Dork Lair, getting involved in all the YouTube videos,
Yeah. So like once you
and
started like delving into the toy line, then you saw like all these specific YouTube shows and all these, the personalities that are in the Cabal and stuff, and the customization that is hugely a part of the toy line, is the customizing.
yeah, it is. There's so much out there, so many good people that do it. Um, it's would love to see more of them in person. Like
Yeah.
if anybody wants to join the customizing studio who puts out that great work on the Cabal,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
it's
So what
it's
was
a
the
great
first
place.
yes, it is for sure. So what was the first figure where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna soup this figure up? Like, do you have like a first figure that you
Shoot.
are part,
Uh,
or did you buy like a head sculpt first, or
I I first started with the cabin dwarf, just painting the details. I
okay?
skipped over the dots. I watched that
I don't
video,
know if I
painting the
have that
dots.
one.
Yes,
Okay. So this is one of your first
that would be my
custom.
Yeah, when I first painted.
I love the color choice. Like it really
Yeah,
enhances the armor.
but what I love is now I would looking at it, I know some things I would do differently, which is great. That's why, well, I would have watered down the paint a little more, so it got
Yeah,
into the detail of the sword,
yeah.
and
So
that's
the more
those are
you
things
do
you'll
it,
learn.
the better. You start getting the customizing eye. Um,
Yeah, that's just me popping and swapping.
okay.
That's
So you didn't paint the armor.
yeah, I did. The legs I did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure. So,
Yeah, that was a
um,
custom that I didn't like and I tore apart.
oh no, okay. Let me change the picture then. Okay, so
No, it's not that
this.
I didn't like it. I'm sorry. It's I needed the parts for something else I liked
Oh,
more.
I see. I see.
I'm having enough parts is my biggest dilemma.
Yeah, you got to keep buying.
So, yeah,
So
yeah,
the virtual studio is something I believe, I'm not 100%, but I believe it was created by Curtis and you said Lynn from Wolf King Customs. So it's basically um, a would it be like a messenger um, Facebook video chat with like multiple people, and
yes,
everyone kind
correct.
of like puts on their phone, and it's like a little chat room filled with people that are working on their own thing, and um, it's just like a hangout. Everyone's like sharing stories and talking or not talking, and just being crafty.
And yes, and if you can even drop in, there are people that drop in just to listen if they're curious, if they
It's me.
haven't started anything yet.
I'm like, what are you working on, Brendan? Hey, what do you got? What do you got there? What you working on? You know. So
No, it's
so
it's
people that aren't painting right now or that are just thinking about it, drop in the virtual studio and get inspired. You know, it's like you don't have to be working on something to be there. Get inspiration or just hang out. Like I've seen Jesse on there, like playing with his Switch or a video game or something, or just chilling.
yeah.
It's a cool hangout.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have. It, it's just you got live people, you see each other, you can random subjects come up.
Yeah, yeah,
Usually discussions of what happened on Purple Gang Gang the night before.
absolutely, absolutely. Got to talk about the Purple Gang Gang.
And they're
That's
most of the time they're in it too.
Yeah, those guys
Uh,
are the best.
Almost every Sunday you'll see both of them in there.
Yeah, so positive and funny, and
Yeah,
actually really talented. Some of their stuff that they paint is super super cool. Really good stuff.
absolutely.
Love those guys. But yeah, I
Yeah,
totally recommend people to check out the virtual studio. Once you're in the cabal, you know, message Curtis Ackerman, if you could join the studio. He'll send you an invite and just join. And you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, or you can introduce yourself. Like I'm like, hey, hey, you in the red shirt. What's your name? And I'm Brendan. Hey, how's it going? Oh, my name's Greg. Oh, hey, how's it going?
yep,
It's like, what are you working on? Oh, this, and people like hold it up to the camera, and it's just fun. It's just neat, and like people can showcase the stuff that they're working on. Oh, I got this new head sculpt, or I've got this, and it's
yeah.
just it's just fun to share. I think be crafty and share, and it's a positive
And
place.
it challenges me. Um, that head sculpt on the Gold Knight was the first one I did. I didn't really use too many colors on the face, and I
Hmm.
cheated on the eyes.
Hmm.
The eyes were very small. What I'd like
Yeah,
to get is a couple of head sculpts to practice on that.
yeah,
But that's what I take away from the customizer studio. It challenges me to do stuff.
yeah,
Oh, I could sit here and paint the details all the time, or I could push myself to be like these other guys.
yeah,
And it helps,
yeah,
especially if you're in a funk or you don't feel like painting or something.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, painting's fun. It's relaxing.
It is
We're there to have
relaxing.
fun.
Yeah. Like the first time or the second time, I think I had a canvas and I was just painting on a canvas. I didn't have any weapons or any figures that I felt like painting. So I just got a
Yeah.
canvas, just being crafty and doing something, productive and creative. It's a good outlet for sure.
Uh, yeah, just try new things. I knew I wasn't going to tempt those eyes because they were small, but I had that head, and I worked on doing some dry brushing, trying to gray up the brown hair.
Mm.
It doesn't come out in pictures, but when you see it in person, it looks
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, it came out pretty nice.
Yeah. So you're proud of yourself.
Yeah, I am. With everyone, I take the stuff. I take what I did wrong, and I take the positives. And
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I think it looks awesome, dude. Very cool. I
I
feel like
already
skin
see
tones would be hard.
they are, and that's not. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of colors you wouldn't think go into the face. I just
Mm.
wanted to make sure I got a nice clean paint on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I might go back and finish. I didn't finish all the detailing on there. That's my ADD kicking in.
I
I'll
know.
go
It's
back
like
and
I can never finish anything.
well, yeah, and I'll finish these because I want to put them out on the table
Yeah.
at Legion's Con. So
Okay. Well,
just to
let's
show,
get to that. Let's get to that. So, you have been, as far as I know, you've been every time I, peek my head in there, you're usually there or have been in the virtual studio. So you're like a regular, I would say, in the virtual studio. Um,
yes.
and um, I'm guessing someone reached out to you um, with a high honor. So walk us through. Tell us what happened.
So uh, a number of us that were on the studio regularly, weekly, who talk and share a lot and are just pretty new in one way or another to this. Um, some a few more years in or not, but so last year at Legion's Con during the Saturday show, there was a painting session that was going on. This year, that is getting removed from the Saturday and it's going to be moved to the Friday night. Wolf
So
King Custom.
right before
Okay,
Legion's Con at G Con, right? Or after G
it'll be
Con.
after. It'll happen. I would think after table setup, maybe. The
Okay.
the
So
details will come out from Wolf King
okay.
very soon. But
So
I
people that
just know what I.
sorry, I'm trying to think of like for people that haven't that are new, it's like every year there's a Legions Con, which is like the biggest con for Mythic Legions. It's their con. So it's basically a celebration of their toy line. And G-Con, so that is a Saturday and Sunday. Usually it's the first weekend of November. G-Con is where I think they called it George Con. I don't know if that's what it is, but G-Con, do you
I'm
know?
not a
I
hundred
don't know.
percent. I'm not a hundred
Okay.
percent on that.
So G-Con is where they introduce their huge wave for the next year, and then
Yep.
pre-orders usually start. It's just a huge celebration and geek fest. And so G-Con is the introduction of this new wave. And so after that is when you guys are going to have like a actual painter studio kind of thing, or
Yes, at some point, because they'll be set up at the tables for Saturday for all those people, and at some point in there will work. Because anybody that's running a table at the customizer studio, one of the things is you couldn't have a table at the show, so that eliminated a lot of people, obviously.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, this will happen. It will definitely be at the GCon, but there'll be some sort of break, and I I would be surprised if you see something this week come
Yeah,
out
like
about
a
it. Or
announcement. So they asked you, they said, Brendan, would you host one of these customizing tables.
Yes, they did, and
Dude,
I still don't believe it. It's
like, dude,
it's such an
that's
honor.
that's amazing. Like, you were hand chosen. And I think that, like, I don't know, like, I'm friends with a lot of people, but I have no insight on that. But I think they see, A, that you're a good dude, B, that you have talent, that you have something, C, that you're always there. You're approachable guy, you're friendly, you're creative, you're always there. You know what I mean? So, and you love the line. So, why wouldn't they ask you? So
Hey,
I,
I'm
I'm
honored.
I'm happy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
I'm
deserve it, man.
so I'm excited. I'm so yes. I'm very honored. But
Good.
there's also other people too, which is got to give them
There's
credit too.
also, yeah, I mean, you're with some great up and comers. Who are the other
Yeah.
people that were?
So 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 what happens at this painting studio is, well, last year, I won't say anything about this year. Last year was first come first serve. What you get is a small bust and a head
Mhm.
for yourself to paint. You can choose to paint it there or take it with you. And there'll be four hosts to it. Jesse, Curtis, Jordan, and Van will all be there to kind of direct everybody, make sure all the tables are filled that evening. Yeah.
I'll be there too. I'll be there too.
Good.
I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll be serving drinks or something. I'm not sure, but I'll be there.
Nice.
Back
Excellent.
rubs, back rubs for the painters. Your back
Ooh,
rubs.
I'll take that.
All right.
Uh, so yes, so 10 people in total. Those four will be hosting, and there's going to be six tables. Uh, the tables will be Maverick, Mira, Tanya, me, Joe Martinez, and Dokken. Uh,
Yeah. That's
Dokken is a
that's
great painter too, but
that's an amazing group, dude. That's some that's some talent right there.
oh
So
yeah, I mean
definitely
all of
be
them are
proud. You
just
deserve you deserve
I
to be in that group, dude.
I feel out of my league, but I know one day
Nah,
I'll be
don't
there.
be. They wouldn't ask you, dude. You deserve it. So, embrace that. I think it's
And that
awesome.
I mean it gives me a reason to kick it into overdrive,
Yeah, for
just
sure.
to paint and paint and paint. I
Yeah,
gotta. This is not a year to buy a lot of fodder stuff with all
yeah,
this stuff coming out.
yeah. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year, and it's gonna culminate at Legion's Con for sure.
Uh, yeah, yeah, and now in my journey, I'm at the point finally where I can see. I heard the last interview. I have to have one in its original form.
Hmm.
I cannot break up a figure that I like. I love them all pretty much, just
Yeah.
because I never. I have friends in D&D and stuff like that, but I never got into it. So all these things are amazing to me. Everything is new, or it's
Yes.
just all new to me. So it's like a
Yeah.
kid just seeing the stuff for the first time.
Yes.
So I have to have one of each, and then now I'm finally at the point where I can start buying a second one.
So,
And
do you have a favorite? I always ask that.
that I own now, oh god,
Or just one that comes to mind, that you're like, you know what, I love this figure. Like, my eye, like, I'm looking at some of mine right now, and like my eye just goes to this figure or that figure, and I'm just like, I love it. I love
oh,
that figure.
I can't stop looking at Brother Mandalus because I just got him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
That
just every
helmet is
time I look at my
just so
shelf,
dang cool.
oh,
So dang cool.
and I've got him holding a skull up in his hand.
You got to, man. Such a cool figure. Such a
Yeah,
dang cool figure. Yeah,
but like Xylerian Guard, I love.
yeah.
Silverhorn Sentra. I'm starting to feel like Xylona's Flock is my favorite line. I love skeletons though.
You're a
It's gonna
Skelly
get
guy?
it.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah. In
There's a
fact.
lot of skeleton fans. My buddy Brett is a huge skeleton fan. That's funny how it's like people will gravitate, to goblins or dwarfs or orcs or skeletons or whatever, knights. But what's funny is like I've said, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna collect the female mythics. That's because Delphina is cool, Azza is cool, Juno is cool, and then like once I had those, then I'm like, okay, well I still want to buy. I want to reward myself with the mythics. So what do I get? So I would okay, I guess I'll get a Templar. I guess I'll get that cool or Gonks. So it's like I broke my edict of just buying female mythics just because they're so damn cool. All of them are just such great figures.
Yeah, they are. And then the well, to go back to it, the Lego aspect of it, the popping
Yes.
and swapping. I mean, it's the best thing to just take the whole thing apart, or like two figures, and see all the parts, and then just start putting them together.
Hmm.
It's exactly like Legos. That's what spikes
Yeah.
my interest.
Yeah. It's like it feeds your imagination. It's like, what could I create? What's
That's
this new thing I can make?
and that's important is keeping the creativity flowing. It helps me in life
Absolutely.
also.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's something there in the brain that it's like, being creative, it's you're not thinking about work, you're not thinking about money, you're not thinking about, how this relationship went this way, or, somebody said something to you, or you got cut off driving, it's like you're just thinking about, getting that in the line, or getting that, that I, just right, or getting, that sentence structure just how you wanted it, or whatever that creates that creative thing. It pulls it makes you, I don't know how to describe it, but it washes all the negative stuff away, and you're just in that moment.
Well, we talk about that in the customizing studio. I mean, it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
Honestly, more times I just want to pop in for an hour or so, and then it all of a sudden it's dinner time.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what
therapeutic.
the? Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing, no brain work, no thought, just sitting here relaxing with a couple people on the video.
Yeah.
And it's not that the day is wasted. It was spent painting and relaxing the mind.
Yes.
That's good. That's good on a Sunday.
Recharge your brain.
Exactly.
Yeah, Van and Jordan, they'll leave their camera on and go, they'll go get some spaghetti and they'll come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, whose workstation is that? And they say, oh, that's Van's. They'll be back. They're having dinner. It's like, oh, okay. You know, I love that. I love that. Just pop in and see who's in there, and just be neighborly. It's fun. I recommend
Yeah.
it.
And you can come and go as you please. People pop in. All right, I gotta go mow the lawn, and they come back. It's free
Yeah,
flowing. It's great.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
always welcoming. They're like, hey, how's it going, Brendan? Hey, how
oh
you doing,
yeah,
man? How you been? You know,
yes.
it's fun.
I,
Or if you
I
don't feel like, I've seen where people don't feel like saying anything, and they'll just kind of lurk back there and just listen and watch and hang out.
mhm,
It's just
yeah.
it's just a hangout. It's a hangout, and you
I-
fill it with however you want. If you want to talk about something, like I've done that. I'm like, hey, what do you guys think about this figure obscura thing? What do you guys think it is? And we'll all talk, and spark some conversations and some laughs and stuff.
yeah. It's I swear between staying up late nights on Fridays in the customizing studio, getting my stuff done on Saturdays, and then going right into Sunday customizing.
Yeah,
It the weekend flies by.
yeah, yeah. It's a good way to spend it. Spend it with friends.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah. Always happy to see
that
you. I'm always happy to see you. What you got there?
that this is he was mentioning skulls. I
Yeah.
was playing with
Very
This
cool.
way.
Yeah, very cool.
I don't like the gold. I had this painted gold for something else. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try and paint it. But I think I like this.
it's pretty clean, man. Looks good.
Yeah, if I'm gonna paint the pauldrons. The pauldrons are from the Tavern Dwarf.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that spiked helmet. I like that spiked helmet.
Yeah.
I think it's
The
pretty
only
damn
thing
cool.
I would, if I'm gonna do it fully, I want to paint the green.
Yeah. Oh yeah, to kind of
Paint all that detail on
yeah
the top. Leave
yeah
the rest of the helmet the way it is.
let it kind of tie together the rest of the figure.
I got
Yeah
so many of these things on here. I gotta finish some of
yeah,
them.
that's all right. Just keep showing up in the studio. Give you
Yeah,
something to do.
and that's what I'll pull one out and I'll work on that.
Yeah, absolutely,
It's
absolutely.
always good to have something there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Mythics is I don't know. It's a phenomenon, and I'm grateful. Like I say it all the time. Like I'm grateful for for that toy line and the community and the friends that I've made. It's like it's priceless. You know, I'm
Yeah,
grateful.
and I'm optimistic that it'll keep going in a very pleasant way.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
people worried about it, but
yeah.
I mean, it's if you think about it, I came in before the 5,000 push,
Hmm.
and that was after ToyCon, so that was in June of last year,
Hmm.
and we're
What's
already
funny?
over 6,000.
Yeah,
So
but like if you think about it, like those numbers are amazing, but there's like a core group of people that participate and post and comment and are
yes,
in the studio or in Legion's chat or in these different chats and stuff. It's like these are like the hardcore group of people that really embraced, I think, the community and understand like how powerful and positive it is. You know what I mean?
yes,
And I
and
see that you are one of those people. I see you in the chats and I
oh
see you in the studios, but like for me it's therapy. For me it's like I'm with brothers and sisters. Like these people are my friends that I love to spend time with, you know.
yeah, it keeps me in a positive note.
Yes,
It keeps me positive. It,
absolutely.
it fills a it fills a void I needed to have filled,
Yeah, and you're
and I
staying
think
busy. You're
yeah,
staying busy, you're keeping your mind busy, you're being creative. You've got some figures that you're working on. You've got you have your invitation to Legion's Con. You also have something else coming up with some mutual friends. Um, the
oh
Latin Legions
yes,
boys, it's
yes,
nice, and Tony Toy. You're gonna be with them on their show
yes,
June
they're good
2nd,
people.
right?
Yes, they're very
You're gonna
good
have a
people.
blast. You're gonna have a blast. I had those guys on, and I had so much fun. Those guys are
They
so
make it
funny and
fun.
positive and funny. So check out Brendan for that. That's going to be a good show for sure.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, we're going to wrap it up. It's been a fun almost hour. I feel like I did most of the talking. I'm sorry. Um,
No, no.
I'm happy
Uh,
that you're here. I have to have you on again.
yeah, sure. No, I felt like I did a lot of. I'm always worried I talk too much.
No,
So
you don't, dude. I'm the talker, but um, I hope that we got some of the stuff that you wanted to talk about out. I wanted to, talk a little bit about the virtual studio and how important that is and what a great
it
thing that
is,
is, you know.
and anybody can reach out to me, and that's another thing. I mean, these guys I know, hearing from some people, they 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 do get put on a rock star level sometimes, but they really aren't. If you feel
Mhm.
like you want to reach out to them, reach out to them.
Absolutely.
They're
They're
not going to
accessible.
bite. They won't bite.
Absolutely.
The worst, maybe you might not get an answer back, but I mean, they're not going to be mad at you for asking.
Yeah.
They love
Yeah.
talking about the stuff they do. They
Yes.
love their job.
100%. 100%. and it starts from the top. It's like you said, Jeremy was talking to you. You didn't even know who he was,
Nope.
and he was talking to you about toys and all that stuff. How the mythics and all that. So um, these people in this community are super approachable. The people that you see, like Curtis and Jesse, the Purple Gang boys, Lynn, all these people you can reach out to and they would be happy. Like if you messaged Emil, like, hey, I have a question about this painting. Like he lives in another country, but he would answer you. It's like
Emil,
there's
yes.
so many good, wholesome people, you know, and you're
Uh,
part of it, dude. You're a good dude.
Thank
You're
you.
a good
I
dude.
appreciate it very much.
No problem. No problem. But yeah, so look up my buddy, Brendan. He will be in the virtual studio. I guarantee it. Say hello to him.
Yes. And
Uh, go
sorry,
ahead.
I'm getting to my Instagram. I'm updating it.
Oh, yes, yes. So
Oh
Brendan
yeah.
Brendan has asked um, his friend Dave Orkin to create for him. Let's see here. Let me find this slide. Right here. Oh shoot, there it is. So tell us about this logo before we go.
So I had reached out to a friend of mine in the cabal and asked them. I wanted to have some. So for the customizing studio, they said you can put stuff on the table if you want to get some stickers and stuff. I'm like, I have no idea of a logo, but and then I thought about it. I came up with something. Did not know how to draw it. Uh, Reached out to somebody. They sent me to Dave. I'd known Stephanie, but I never actually really met Dave. And now Dave's an amazing guy too.
Yeah.
Um, so he took my idea, which was not this, but it follows it and created this amazing concept.
Hmm.
I love it so
That's
much
super,
where I
man.
have to make that figure someday. I don't know how I'm gonna make
Yes,
it, but that's a
you could do
complete
it. You could do it, man.
completely made up. And that
Yeah,
was
I
supposed to
love
be
it.
a skeleton, and he went above and beyond.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
So
super
what is
excited.
your Instagram?
It's at blurred concept, blurred
At
underscore concepts.
okay, and they can find your work there.
Yes, I'm gonna
Okay.
be posting it. I have something up there, but I gotta really get on top of it.
Hmm.
I mean,
Sounds good.
Legion's brought me back to Facebook.
Right? Yeah, no,
I
that's
completely, I'm like, I'm done with it. I don't need
yeah,
this anymore. I can talk to my family. And
yeah.
it's like,
I know.
shoot,
I
I
log
gotta
on and
join.
I'm like looking at the cabal. Oh, oh, cool. You know what I mean? Interacting with the
There is no
cabal. Everything
Facebook.
else, I'm like, eh. But yeah,
That's it.
I love that community, man. It's all about the
Yep,
community.
absolutely.
All right, my
Great
friend, I'm
people.
gonna wrap this up. I appreciate you so much, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. I hope it
Thank
wasn't too
you.
terrible. I hope it wasn't too
No,
traumatic.
no, no,
Good.
not at all.
Would you
I
come
was worried
back?
I talk too much.
Nah, you don't.
I,
Would you come
I get
back?
on that Irish. Oh yeah,
Sweet.
absolutely.
Okay.
You're easy. I mean, you're a friend of mine. We talk so much. It's yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. This
Right
is
on.
like a regular conversation.
Plus, I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, yeah, when we're there for Legion's Con, I gotta go. We gotta go see Brendan and get some New Jersey pizza. So we got to get that New
Yes, we
Jersey
do.
pizza. Or you did mention some grilled burgers, so I might I might need a Schmerben burger.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Slim.
I might need some
I just
burgers.
and I just got a Blackstone for my birthday.
Oh
I
yes.
can't wait to fire that up.
All right.
I'm a grill nut.
Yeah, me too. I will be there in November, man. I'll have
Oh,
fork
you're
and plate,
invited.
and I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
I'll be ready for you.
Yeah. All right, my friend. I appreciate you
All
so
right.
much. And I hope you come back, dude. I had a great time. And check
I
out Brendan at Blurred Concepts blurred_concepts on Instagram, and he is in the cabal, lurking about just like me, and also Virtual Studio. So check him out. Check out Virtual Studio, people. Check out Virtual Studio.
Everybody,
It is an
we could use
amazing,
more.
fun place. Just be
Yes.
creative, hang out. It's just a great place. I totally recommend it.
Check it out.
See Curtis Ackerman, or if you see Brendan in the cabal, shoot him a message or comment, and he can lead you to who to talk to get into Virtual Studio. But I can't recommend it enough. Right on.
Yep.
All right, my man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much.
Talk to you later.
Have a good night.
Have a great night.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Enjoy you watching.
Thank you. Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.
Purple, yeah.